Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thank you very much for inviting me here for this very interesting symposium. I try manage with my presentation. I believe that you are able to listen last presentation today. I was asked by organizer to present information about post-mining practices in Poland in the context of the legislation, in industrial heritage and tourism, especially tourism connected with the Wieliczka salt mine. Very wide topic. I will just touch each of them just to give you some overview. This is the schemes, the procedure and laws regulation connected with the mining activity. I don't be afraid. I'm not going to go through the schemes. Just I would like to show you and make you aware that reclamation is important in each step of the mining activity. In each step of the mining activity, mining operator has to consider the reclamation, how he and for which function the post-mining area will be reclaimed after all. I'm going to concentrate on two aspects, mostly connected, mostly described in the Act on the Geological and Mining Law and the special regulations, and Act on the Protection of Agriculture and Forest Land. This is the main act concerning with the reclamation. Even in the title you can see the agriculture and forest land, but this act refers to each mode of the reclamation, even recreation, services, cultural, and so on. We have just one this type of act. And as I said, I will touch just the two topics concerning the mine closure. The first one is the reclamation. Probably it's the same in each country when a mining operator is going to complete the mining activity, to close down the mining plan or part of it. He has to develop the documentation of reclamation. This is the basic document in which he has to describe the mode of reclamation. Of course, it's enough when he describes that, for example, the post-mining land will be reclaimed for the agriculture, forest, services, and so on. There is no need the wider explanation. But in this documentation, he needs to quite detailed describe method of technical and biological reclamation, a method of regulating water relations, method of anti-erosion protection. He has to present the schedule. A mining operator has 5 years after mining activity is completed to complete the reclamation process. And of course, he has to present the maps with progress of reclamation. However, our regulations doesn't require a comprehensive concept in which the mining operator should indicate the target functions. In my understanding, such concept should be the basic for development of the reclamation. Of course, it's not, maybe it's not very necessary if the reclamation is for the agriculture and forest, but if for another functions, the concept is should be developed. I will present one example. This is the example I was involved in it. This is the inactive limestone quarry located very close to the Kraków, which was inactive since a few years and was not reclaimed, but was never reclaimed, and mining operator has to pay a lot of money for using this area for economical activity. You can see that the walls of this quarry were unstable because of the erosion, and also part of the bottom and shelves already were covered by the greenery. Trees came from the natural succession. And I was asked by mining operator to prepare the documentation of reclamation. This is the document, as I said, required by laws regulation, and the scope is described in the laws regulations. And I propose to this operator to start not with the document for the reclamation, but to start the work with the concept of final revitalization, redevelopment, how will be the final function, final use of this quarry. And he agreed. So we developed the two documents. The first stage, this is something what is not required by law, the concept, and the second one is this is the document required by law. And this is the result of the first document, concept of the revitalization. We propose transforming the quarry into a public space containing walking paths, rock garden because we observed that many people visited this quarry and they were looking for some rocks or just to walk, so it was idea from them. Chapel and viewpoint, and also we proposed the commercial the commercial part, commercial functions like the restaurant, hotel, as you can see in the form of the bungalows, so don't take too much place. And as you can see that we try to leave the current character of this place as much as is possible. There is not too much green, not too much infrastructure. The rocks are exposed in this concept. And on the basis of this concept, we describe the scope of the reclamation. And the main point of the reclamation, of course, it was the geotechnical survey and research photogrammetric rate. On the basis of this, we prepared the three-dimensional model. In this model, we marked the places, we defined which places need different type of geotechnical protection, and the final stage, it was to implement this geotechnical protection. For example, meshes and anchors in some places were very important because the place was dangerous. And the second topic which I'm going to touch is connected also with the mine closure reclamation, but in the context of the heritage protection, preserving of heritage. A key moment for the preservation of industrial heritage is the mine closure, when the mining operator, again, has to prepare the formal document. The formal document is called Mining Plant Operation Plan for the mine to be closed. This is the formal document. In this document, he has to present two tables. The first one is the list of the building to be demolished. So he listed the buildings which he is going to demolish. And also in this document should be the table with the buildings and other infrastructure which are not intended for demolishing. And what is important, this document has to be agreed with the local municipality, local government. Agreed, it's binding. Local municipality representative, he can say, okay, I agree for such proposition, you can demolish this, you can preserve this, or not. And as far I know, there is not, it should be this moment and this agreement, this document should be platform for the further discussion. What to do with the heritage? It's important or not? It's valuable or not? Important for the city? Maybe important just because of the circular economy. So maybe they have only the not historical use value, but the technical value. So this is the way of, the moment of discussion. As far I know, there is not too much discussion at this point, and mining operator usually want to demolish everything because in this way he has not problem with maintaining and with the responsibility for the building. But of course we have much more good example with preserving and nice adaptation. Talking about mining monuments, I would like to present the Wieliczka salt mine a little bit. I believe that most of you probably you visited this salt mine, which is a UNESCO monument, which is also the natural reserve, which attracts millions of people. And my question is, does town benefits from this popularity? So let's think about this. Brief history of this mine. So the history starts in the 11th century when the salt was acquired from the brine springs. Then the regular extraction started in the 13th century. The first tourism activity started in 15th century, end of the 15th century. Of course, it was just for the selected people from the elite, not for everybody. It was not common. And then in the 16th century, the Wieliczka salt mine was the biggest, the largest business enterprise in Europe. And many important institutions, like, for example, university were founded by the mine. And in 1978, the Wieliczka salt mine was entered at the first UNESCO list. And in some years later, in 1996, the mine was closed down because of the salt deposit was exhausted. And such situation, when at the moment when the mine is closed down, is already entered at the UNESCO, there is no discussion, there is no dilemma, preserve or demolish. Of course, salt mine was preserved, and implementing the touristic function it was the chance for extending the life of the mine and protect the heritage. Today, the mine function like the capital group, which contain 4 companies like Wieliczka Salt Mine Joint Stock Company, Wieliczka Salt Mine Support Limited Company, Wieliczka Salt Mine Tourism, Wieliczka Salt Mine Mines and Health. The first one is the most important because it's like mining company. It's really still mining company. Who operates the mining plan in accordance to the geological and mining law. Each underground mining routes, even it's only the touristic routes, still should operate under the geological and mining law. This company also takes care of the safety, mining plans, secure and renovates the historic excavation. And also another company, they organize the tourist traffics, they organize the events, and the tourism, of course, is the main activity of the mine. It's divided into 2 parts, tourist route, which probably you know, the traditional one, and the second one, this is our last offer, is the mining route. And the route is located on 9 levels, connected with 245 kilometers of galleries, and the deepest point is 327 meters in the underground. The touristic mining route, it's as I said, it's the newest offer, so the tourist can wear mining uniform, take the mining safety lamp, and can go through the very rough excavation, and they can also do some activities such as the miners used to do in the previous time. And some people like it very much, also such experience. And Wieliczka also has 2,500 chambers. Some of them are chapel. Some of them are, for example, event hall. They are very, very beautiful, and no pictures reflect their beauty. You have to come. And some chambers and some excavation still are under mining war. They are monitoring. They are preserving to be the mine should be safe. This is a few examples from different events. It's a very popular place for the conferences, parties, concert, even sports events. And one place, even if you visited Wieliczka, probably you didn't visit the crystal grots, is the unique place in Wieliczka salt mine. The only one this type of natural sites found in the Miocene salt deposits. Now this is the natural reserve, and it's off touristic route, so nobody can go there. I was lucky to visit this chamber, this crystal grot, and it was really amazing, very amazing experience. And concerning the tourism, before the pandemic, we had a record. It was 1.9 million tourism per year. And before it was a little bit less. During the pandemic, the number decreased. Of course, we had like 300, 400 per year, and now we try to go back to the previous numbers. Last year we had 1.5 million. It's not bad. It's not bad. Still, there is much more tourism from abroad than from Poland, and now it's much more individual tourism and not organized one. Okay, and how is the impact of the Wieliczka salt mine? Some years ago, I was asked how Wieliczka use this popularity, and I have to say, I since many years I observe the town, and also I was invited to prepare some work, some revitalization project for the city, not for the mine, for the city, to attract the people, to attract the city, and to attract the people to stay longer, because usually people came to the Wieliczka for 2.5 hours. They visit the mine, and then they go back to Krakow. So they don't use the facility like hotels, like restaurants, like gastronomy in the Wieliczka. So since some years, Wieliczka do a lot of, I mean the city, the municipality, they are doing a lot of different investments connected with the renovation of the historical mining structure, of course, but also like park, public transport, building hotels, and so on. And as far I know, now the situation changed a little bit. People really stay longer in Wieliczka. Wieliczka salt mine and the touristic route, they employ around 1,000 people. 800, this is the mine and touristic route, including 451 miners, quite many, plus 400 guides, and plus 100 people which are involved in the museum activity. And last point, very important, the mine and the tourist route is the third payer to the town budget. So, so it's important for the municipality to have such enterprise at the area. Okay, so it was about the Wieliczka, and I finished my presentation with my own, maybe not my own, but together with colleagues, we developed the project. It was last time we developed the project, which is connected with the revitalization, not only reclamation, but revitalization, hard coal mine, inactive hard coal mine. You can see. Here you can see the hard coal mine. The area is around 100 hectares. Here is the buildings, part of the buildings. Here is the extractive waste dump, a little bit re-extracted, so it's like pretty flat at the moment, and still active municipality waste. And at the area when the mine was closed down, it was in 1995, it was 90 buildings. Today it's like 2023, something like that. Most of them were demolished. I go back to these buildings. Okay, and our task was to propose the future function for this post-mining area, using the land, the waste dumps, both, and the buildings. And what was very difficult for us, especially this municipality waste dump. We thought it's a big problem how to develop this area for something attractive, how to include this post-mining area to the city when we have problem. We have the active waste dump, but finally this problem we turned into potential, and this problem inspired us to transform this area for energy transition and circular economy hub. And the main assumption was that new development should be attractive, environmentally and socially friendly. So it was our first assumptions. You can see the visualization, and we decided to show that the post-mining area, which is already destroyed, and maybe it's better to use for the waste management and some other services, much easier than green area. So we decided to build another facility which will be connected with the waste management, and this is the upcycling center. Upcycling center looks like with the viewpoint, with green roof viewpoint, and looks very attractive. Why upcycling center? Because the post-mining area was connected by railway with not only with the town, with the region, also with the Poland and with the Europe. And we made this analysis, and it would be very easy and very cheap, and without disturbing the local people very much, to transfer specific waste. For example, I don't know, we thought about the electronic waste or waste from the building industry.
Last 3 minutes,
last
please.
3 minutes? Okay, I'm
okay.
finished.
Okay.
And so we propose such activity, and circular economy also, because we reuse the post-mining land, and also we reused each post-mining building. Even we ask, because it was also some plan to demolish some building, we ask to mining company to preserve and adapt for the new function than demolish them, and we receive such agreement. And we also, you can see here, we also adapt very specific building like transformation station and cooling station. So also the untypical buildings and each another one were adapted for the new function. And this is the last slide. It's maybe nothing to describe today, much more like announcement. This is another quarry in Krakow, in the middle of very close in the city center in Krakow, which is inactive more than around 40 years, and we are trying to adapt this for the new function, to preserve the heritage, preserve the nature from the natural succession. And this is the quarry. Probably you also saw the Schindler List. In this quarry, the Schindler List was filmed, and also some remains from the scenography you can find in this quarry. And many tourists come here to see. They try to find the remains, the scenography, and so this is our next current project. So maybe next time I will present result. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much for nice presentation and a good example post-mining activities from Poland. Please. I get a chance to visit Velička salt mine also, and that it's very wonderful place. Good example. I think questions for you from. Please introduce yourself before question.
Okay. Doktor Abdülkerim Yörükoğlu, Gazi Üniversitesi. Poland has been implement new reclamation law. So I am wondering who is the doing reclamation mine? Also financial, who is the support, and how many mine each year reclamation? Could you give some information about?
Who is responsible for reclamation? Mining operator. Yeah. According to the law, he has to do this. What is mean the reclamation? Just to make the land safety because of the technical issues, geotechnical issues, and environmental issues. He doesn't need to build anything he doesn't need to adapt the building, he doesn't need to demolish, just to make the land safe and ready for the next use. But always it's his duty. How he pay for this? Since more than 20 years, we have each mining operator has to collect money for the mine closure and reclamation. In the context of, in case of the open cast mining, he has to pay equivalent of 10% of the royalty. This is equivalent, of course. So, like the basis for the calculating how much he has to save for each year. In some cases, we know that this is not enough because they found the duty to save money is this is like new duty, but some mines, especially big one like limestone mine, some hard coal mine, copper mine, they calculate how much will cost the mine closure and reclamation, and beside this fund, which is required by law, they save additional money. So they save like twice. They have what is required by law and extra money they save in case of mine closure. And the third question: how many mines? How many mines is in Poland, or how many was reclaimed? Oh. Roughly. At the moment we have, but this is more than 7,000 active mine. Roughly, I can find the number, but maybe not mines. It's easier for me to find the number, the space, the hectares. So it's like, as I remember, it's like, for example, 500,000, something like that. But let me confirm you tomorrow. I will check. It's what I remember from the statistic. You know, today each mining operator, he really has to do the reclamation because it's controlled. It's controlled by mining authority, and they are controlled also very much by the municipality. So they observe what's happened on the mining area, and they control them, and also by other institutions. So it's very difficult today. It's very difficult to avoid the reclamation.
Okay, I think that's enough. Last, please. Please, you introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Anna. My name is Burak. I'm from Yeniköy Kemerköy Electricity Production Company. We also have coal mines. My question is, first, I would like to thank you for this enlightening presentation. I want to talk about something like the fair transition you mentioned in your presentation.
The first what?
Fair transition.
Fair transition.
Yes.
Okay.
And so far you talked about this physical change in this old mining sites, but what about the people? What happened to them that have been working there, and you closed the mine? So what happened to them? Thank you.
First, we have, you know, that we are beneficent of the Just Transition Fund, and we have some money for Just Transition for different activities. And I know because I took part in the many discussions and commissions, and many part of this quite big fund, part of this funds is devoted for the retraining, upskilling, and so on. And also, I know from the different sites that the people are ready to organize the reskilling courses. The second issue is I was also, for example, when I elaborating the concept for this hard coal mine in Brzeszcze. I was talking because beside this inactive mine, there is another one, another part which is still active, and where is like 1,600 people. And I talk with some of them because I was curious how they are feeling in the situation when is this energy transition, and the mine, everybody say that mine should be closed and so on. And the situation comparing with the, I don't know, mining restructure which took place in Poland in 90s, it's much different. Because in 90s, no miners could imagine what he will do when he lost the job in the mine. They couldn't imagine. And today the situation is different. They were talking, we know that situation is like that. We try to retraining ourselves. So most of them try to find another opportunity, another job, another study, for example, to change the profession. So it is problem. It is problem, of course, because the scale is like more than 100 people still working in this mining industry. So it will be problem, but also we believe that it will be not situation that suddenly all of them will be closed down in very short time, just step by step.
Okay, thank you very much for your contribution. On behalf of organizing committee, I would like to give a attendance certificate.